Have you ever heard Ayatul Kursi called a spiritual shield or a weapon against evil? Many Muslims believe it protects them from black magic, but why? The answer isn't that it's some kind of magic spell. The real power is in what the verse actually says. It's a declaration of absolute divine authority. To really get it, you have to look past its reputation and understand its content. Ayatul Kursi, verse 255 of Surah Al-Baqarah, is a powerful statement about the oneness and unmatched power of God, or Allah. In Islam, this concept is called Tawhid. This verse establishes who is truly in control of everything. Evil forces, whether we think of them as spirits, whispers, black magic, or even human manipulation, all thrive on one thing: fear. They feed on our feelings of ignorance and vulnerability. Ayatul Kursi systematically dismantles these foundations, piece by piece.
If you enjoy content like this, please consider subscribing to support the channel. I'd really appreciate it.
Let's break it down. First, the verse starts by saying that Allah is Al-Hayy, the ever-living, and Al-Qayyum, the sustainer of all. This is a game-changer. Think about it. Black magic and other dark practices often rely on intermediaries, spirits, rituals, objects, or hidden forces. But this verse cuts through all of that noise. It states clearly that nothing exists on its own. Everything in creation is sustained by Allah alone. From an Islamic perspective, this immediately strips any supposed power from magic or occult forces. They aren't autonomous. They're dependent, limited, and ultimately powerless unless God allows something to happen. Second, the verse emphasizes that Allah never gets tired and never sleeps. This is so critical for spiritual protection. Evil is often associated with our moments of weakness when we're asleep, scared, exhausted, or distracted. Ayatul Kursi affirms that divine protection doesn't have an off switch. It never lapses. This is why the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, specifically recommended reciting it before going to sleep and after the 5 daily prayers. The belief isn't just symbolic, it's meant to be functional. You're placing yourself under constant, unwavering guardianship, not a temporary one. Third, Ayatul Kursi declares that to Allah belongs everything in the heavens and the earth. Black magic, by its very nature, tries to manipulate outcomes through hidden, sneaky means. But this verse asserts that no manipulation can ever override divine ownership. Nothing can be taken, influenced, or harmed unless Allah permits it. This single belief completely reframes fear. Instead of worrying and asking, "What can this magic do to me?" the believer starts asking, "What has Allah permitted to happen, and what is the wisdom behind it?" That simple shift in mindset neutralizes the psychological power that evil practices try to have over us. Fourth, the verse states that no one can intercede or speak on another's behalf except by Allah's permission. In the world of the occult, intermediaries are everything: spirits, charms, talismans, special rituals. Ayatul Kursi invalidates all of that. Nothing speaks, acts, or intervenes on its own. From this perspective, black magic is exposed for what it is: theatrics built on layers of deception. It might exist as a concept, but it certainly doesn't rule. And finally, Ayatul Kursi affirms that Allah's knowledge covers everything: the past, the present, and the future. Black magic relies on secrecy, hidden intentions, concealed acts, unseen contracts. This verse pulls back the curtain. It reminds us that nothing is hidden from God. Nothing can ever surprise Him. This awareness brings incredible psychological and spiritual grounding. Fear loses its grip when you realize there are no secrets from the one who is in control. So, when we talk about Ayatul Kursi as a shield, it's recited for protection in the morning, in the evening, before sleep, and whenever fear creeps in. The belief is that angels are assigned to protect you by God's command. This protection comes not just from the sound of the words, but from the unshakable truth they declare. And as a weapon, it's not used to attack others. It's used to confront falsehood. When recited during Ruqya, which is Islamic spiritual healing, it's meant to weaken the influence of negative forces, break the psychological hold of fear, and reassert God's supreme authority. In Islamic theology, evil simply cannot survive in an environment where God's absolute power is clearly and consistently recognized. So let's be clear, Ayatul Kursi doesn't work like magic. It works because it shatters the illusion of power that evil depends on. Its strength is found in belief, in consistency, and in understanding what you're reciting, not in superstition, not in shortcuts, and certainly not in fear-driven rituals. It's about returning all power to the one to whom it truly belongs. Thanks for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, please consider subscribing for more content like this.